Hey everyone, welcome to the Sexy Freedom Media Podcast. It's your host, Helen Edwards, and I'm here for a short solo cast. There's something that I've been really wanting to do on this next solo cast, and that's just to really give some inspiration, possibly some motivation, and some encouragement to all of you out there who are entrepreneurs or boss babes or, kings trying to make moves out there in the world with your businesses. I know sometimes it's really challenging to get clients, but I want to assure you that do not give up and keep grinding it out and pressing forward, because if you truly have something to provide and to help others with, your clients, they will come. Like they say, if you build it, they will come. I truly believe that because I am definitely a sought out retreat leader and speaker, author, coach. I'm a confidence coach and a movement coach. What does that mean? That means I help women specifically get from point A to point Z, get out of stuck, get out of the yuck, and get to making their dreams happen, because that's how you've got to move. You got to make moves. You got to persevere. You got to have a warrior spirit, and you got to get out there and grind it out and make that shit happen. I'm pretty raw and real when it comes to coaching. I like to, really speak from the heart and really provide as much information as I can, because I know what it's like to start at the beginning. I know what it's like to be in the middle, and I know what it's like to almost feel like you're going to give up when you're just a milestone away from hitting that goal. So a few things that I've recently done is I've hired a branding specialist because my brand is outgrowing me. The Sexy Freedom brand is outgrowing me. Yes, queen. And the second thing I've done is I've also joined a membership group for the Women Helping Women, big Facebook group of over 500,000 women. I really feel that it's time that I start investing in myself more and allowing this brand to grow, because it's got so much to offer. For all of you coaches and speakers and authors out there, because I carry so many titles and I've done so much by myself, I know exactly what it feels like to feel a little bit like you're lost in the mix of an overwhelming amount of knowledge. And I can tell you from experience that there's so many people that want to throw so many, what you should do at you, the shoulds, and they should all over you. And then you're shoulding all over yourself, and it's kind of sucks. So a few things that I've done is I made it out like it's a game, because one of the things I don't want to lose focus on is why I started all of this in the first place. Why did I start, this journey of entrepreneurship? Well, I can tell you my reason, but what is your reason? Why did you start this journey? Why did you want to become your own boss, your own entrepreneur, your own, leader and champion of your life? And for me, it actually dug deep, because there were two reasons why I decided to do this. One is because I really wanted to help people. I have a real big heart, and I know what it feels like to feel stuck in yuck. And I just knew what it also felt like to want to, help others and make them feel better about themselves and better about their lives, and get them out of their own stuck and get them out of their own way, because I know how great that feels. The second reason is probably the fire underneath my ass, which is I hated working for other people. Look, I'm just going to be honest. I was the girl who got written up in school all the time. I was always being sent to detention. I was definitely a rebel, and it carried on into my workplace. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bad employee, and not for, not all the time. It was mainly like in the beginning stages of my life. I was a bad employee just because I just didn't know what I wanted to do, what I was passionate about. And I was trying on different outfits, which meant different employers. And I learned how to play the game of getting hired, and I got hired really easy. But I didn't stay at those jobs. I just got really bored. I learned the craft very easy, and I climbed very high, very fast. And there was usually a ceiling I always hit, and there was nowhere else for me to go. So I just felt like, if there's nowhere else to grow, then it's time for me to go. And that's why the cubicle life was so hard for me. And if you can relate to this, please please give me a shout out. Please share this and please just comment and give me a review and let me know that you understand what I'm saying, because I know I'm not alone. I know there's a lot of people out there who's in a cubicle or working for, the big corporations, and your spirit is just being crushed. And your spirit is basically outgrowing the little box that you're placed in. And that's what happened for me. It doesn't happen for everybody. I've got some friends and I've got some family who actually love their job. They love their employers. They love, clocking in. They actually love the work in corporate environment. And, I love that they love that, because it's about what you love to do. Life is really short, and I think people don't really understand how short it is until somebody really close to them dies, or they kind of get it, because they've had some near death or sicknesses in their life. Or, the thing is I really want you to understand that there's a lot of people who don't get the opportunities that we do, or some people do. Let me just say that. I realize sometimes when I wake up in a beautiful home, in a beautiful bed by somebody who really loves me, how fortunate I am. And I know this because I've been to third world countries. I've also been in shelters when I was young. I've also, been homeless. And I know that for me personally, I also want to remind myself of how fortunate I am every day. So that way I don't take things for granted. So that way it does, again, add fuel to that fire that's underneath my ass, that I can do anything. I can be anything. I have opportunities in front of me. Whew, that was a mouthful. If you are a coach out there, if you are a speaker or an author, or you want to write a book, or you want to become a speaker, or you want to be a coach, or you want to just help people, you want to do that, reach that goal, or that, have that dream of this long desire inside of you, I really want you to think about what that would feel like. Think about the feelings, because something is really powerful with feelings. Emotion sets the motion for where you're going. And I can attest to that time and time again. I think when we become worriers instead of warriors, let me just repeat that again. When we are worrying, that's such a strange word. When we are worrying, so now if you say it over and over again, it gets complicated. But if you spend a lot of time stressing about something, you're spending that energy on that stress. It's very simple if you just shift that energy into where you want it to go, which is your endeavors, in your dreams, in your goals, and helping others. And okay, it can be easy for some, but for some others, when they're stuck and you get in a cycle, in a habit of stuck, you're training your brain to stay there. So you got to retrain or rewire or tap into something deep inside of you that will burn a hole into that rope that's got you tied up and let you go, so that way you can shift that energy into and onto towards your goals. Okay, so here's another thing, and this is pretty amazing. Connection is very powerful. I can't tell you how many people invite me to their Facebook groups, because I am pretty much a big gangster in there. I love just connecting. I love, sending out love. I love just, commenting on people's post and showing acknowledgement to people, because it makes me feel good to acknowledge others, because I know how good it feels to be acknowledged. And I had posted something in the Women Helping Women group, and somebody had commented and said, I was talking about, does anybody else ever Google sexy and confidence? And somebody had said, well, don't confuse confidence with conceit. And I just thought about that, and I thought, wow, you just told me a lot about you. See, I see so many women and men that are so full of cattiness, especially no, not even especially. We ain't got time for that. Boss babe, queen, king, we ain't got time for the cattiness. That is just a deflect. It's just a distraction. It is something to get us, to shift our energy downwards instead of upwards. So when I see it and it, it actually gets a rise out of me, I'm like, Ooh, no, 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 no. Nuh-uh. No, we're not giving them that our energy. See, your energy is so powerful, and it is the number one currency that everybody wants. You know, they say the biggest way to take away somebody's power is to take away your attention. And it's true. If you just take away your attention, or just don't even give somebody that attention, you know, give it to people who really deserve it, which are people that are providing that same energy back. It's a beautiful exchange. You know, I know that the world is in a state of chaos and craziness. It always has since the beginning of time. And it takes a really strong, courageous, and bold person to stand up for themselves and stand up for what you believe and stand in your truth and your power, because nobody's going to do that for you. I really believe that the world does need many of us. And I do want to say that, and I've said this plenty of times before, that when you find yourself competing, when you find yourself comparing, I just want you to remember this. There are millions of people suffering. There are tons of abused kids, tons of abused women, tons of abused men. There's sex trafficking. There's horrific things happening to women all over the world who are being oppressed. And, you know, there's bad things happening in our own backyards. If there are so many bad things happening, that means there is not enough lights out there shining bright and reaching out a hand to say, I can help you. And if that's the case, then there is no one to compete with. There's no one to compare with. You really have got to stand up and stand tall and shine bright, because lights don't fight with other lights. We collab, we connect, and we just grow brighter. And I really believe that. And I just hopefully would inspire you or encourage you to think of those things when you're out there wondering if you're doing anything or if you're making a difference at all, because people do see you. People see you. Maybe they're not commenting, maybe they're not, you know, showing any action buttons on social media, but I promise you, people see what you're doing, and you've just got to keep doing it. In fact, do it for you. Do it to feed your soul. Do it to feed your light, because you're important also. Sometimes when we're out there giving and giving and giving and giving to the world, we're emptying our cup. And it's okay for you to refill your cup and refill it on your own too. Like, hello, you are the universe wrapped in skin. You know, allow the universe to pour those amazing juices into, you know, your body, into your mind, into your spirit, and accept them humbly, you know, accept them gracefully. If you're at the beginning of this journey, just know there's so many of us rooting and cheering for you, because you're next. You know, you're going to hold the torch next, and we want you to, because this is how you keep the good going. Whew, I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling good to offer so much love from my heart. And it's always in the back of my mind. That's something crazy or something, you know, death can happen to us all. You know, I was watching, I like to watch true crime shows, and I was watching this show on a murder that happened in Alaska. And it was this spiritual woman. She was just like, you know, some friends of mine that I know. She was super spiritual, loving yoga, you know, just all good vibes. And she got murdered by a person who lived just a couple of doors down from her. And it really made me realize, like, as much as there's good in the world, there's evil. There, you know, if we look at ourselves like the way we really are, we're nature, we're a part of nature. In nature, there are predators, and there are predators everywhere. And this is why, you know, I don't really talk about peace, love, and happiness all the time. I know that's good energy, but I also know there's predators out there, and predators can, you know, they hide in wolves hide in sheep's clothing, or, you know, that's kind of like a metaphor for it, even though sometimes I say I'm a wolf, you know. But what I'm saying is that I really believe in nurturing the warrior within, because, you know, if you look at the main thing that we all are trying to do, it's survive. We're trying to survive. We're trying to make money. We're trying to survive for our families and, you know, kids, maybe spouses or loved ones, or just ourselves. We're trying to survive. And that's the core truth to our humanity. And if you take away all the clothes, you take away all the, social media, you take away everything, you strip us down, we're basically going to try to survive. And that means we got to, be careful and tread carefully and warrior up against predators. So it's very important that you realize this also. So if you're out there helping others, just know that there may be a predator lurking near them. So give those good vibes, give those prayers, but also give, strength and courage to anybody that you're out there helping. So the world does need you is what my point is. All right. So this is pretty awesome. And I'm just going to share this before I get off of my solopreneur or my solo cast here. I don't know if you know, but I do have a new Confident and Courageous Me group coaching out, and the rate is amazing. I definitely gave such a good rate out. So check it out. Use promo code SEXY47 to get the deal. It is 4 weeks of coaching. We've got activities. We've got a fun chat group. And of course, I'm going to go through and teach you 4 hours, 4 sessions, 4 weeks of, confidence and courageousness, and how to get more of that into your life and get out of stuck in yuck and start moving forward towards your goals. And if you want to work with me on one-on-one, I'd be happy to do that too. Check out the link for, the packages. I've got 3 amazing packages. The 3rd package, the 6-week package, is phenomenal because that one you actually get, a signed copy of my book, which is amazing. I'll just show you right here. Boom. And my Protect the Throne deck, you get that as well. And some other goodies. So I'm pretty excited about that. But, working with me, because I'm a yoga instructor and I do believe in meditation and yoga, I do offer the meditation yoga as part of the package. So if you are somebody that wants to get into yoga and meditation, or you just want to do it, yoga meditation with your girl, Helen, your coach, Helen, I'd love to work with you. So check out the links and definitely subscribe and share this. And I'd love to hear your feedback. What you put out comes back. It's happened time and time again with me, with abundance, with financial success, with, good vibes, with connection. So I can't express it enough. Go out there and, I put a free 21-day confidence challenge. And I can't tell you, you go through that challenge and watch the good just pour back to you. So check that out as well. And again, thank you so much for showing up today. And I will talk to you all later. And subscribe, share. Love you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, or thanks for listening.